Hello, this is Skip to the End, also known as Dr. Sanchez, and this is my PlayStation 1 collection. I'm going to start off with International Track and Field, which is an athletics game, sort of old, like if you remember the old school sort of track and field in the arcades. It's very similar to that, sort of like mash the buttons, and yeah, the scores was many sort of bliss of fun at the time. So yeah, it was great. It was great getting to play with friends. So yeah, very good track and field. Next we have Instruction Derby 1 and Instruction Derby 2. Now the first one I got at launch with my original PS1 console, and yeah, it's really good. Sort of like mix of racing and Destruction Derby as well. Like sort of like destroy all the cars like on the track until like you're the last one who survives. And yeah, this one is pretty much the same. A lot tougher than the first one, but the physics were quite something. Like especially the Destruction Derby level where you're in like the massive sort of bowl arena, and you sort of start off like you charge into the other cars and like you fly literally like 50 feet in the air. Absolutely fucking hilarious. So yeah, both fantastic games there in the moment. I don't have the manual for this one, unfortunately, but yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe I'll get like another copy that does have the manual, but yeah. Next up we have Fear Effect. Very sort of similar to games like I guess like Resident Evil and like Metal Gear Solid. Sort of you play as a load of like spies, and it's pretty cool that it's sort of cell shaded as well, and it really has stood the test of time. A lot of the cell shaded games back in the day have really stood the test of time, like this game, Jet Set Radio, Zelda Wind Waker, things like that. So yeah. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Fantastic shooting sports like skating game. Like you all know what it is, but yeah. I never actually owned the first one. I did play the demo way back when, and absolutely I know like friends had the first game as well. But yeah, I only really owned this one, and yeah, it was pretty fun at the time. Has aged a bit, but yeah, it's still fun. Tekken 2, Tekken 3. Once again, I didn't own the original Tekken, but yeah, I always preferred the second and third one to the original. But yeah, this was another game I got at launch with my PS1, and it's probably the game I played the most out of the original launch titles I owned. And yeah, this one's good as well, but I always prefer the combat to number 2, but there's a lot of characters in this one compared to the second one. But yeah, they're both good in their own right. Next we have Oddworld Abe's Exodus. I don't have Abe's Odyssey, unfortunately, but that is something I'm willing to pick up eventually, like online, or like see if I find it in town maybe. But yeah, it's pretty decent sort of platformer / puzzle game. From what I can tell, last time I played it, the disc I got was a little bit dodgy, and like sort of struggled to load at times. But yeah, I really have to sort of give this another shot some point. If it doesn't work, then I might sort of get another copy. But I am actually going to Eurogamer tomorrow. There's actually I'm actually filming this on Saturday, and I'm heading to Eurogamer on Sunday. And I know there's a developer session with one of the I think it's like founders or like creators of the Oddworld games. They're sort of showing off Abe's Odyssey HD for the first time, and hopefully I might actually get this. Like, I'll bring this with me hopefully and try and get it signed. So, but yeah, if not, that's fine. But I'm really looking forward to going into that tomorrow. Hard Trilogy. This is like a set of sort of mini games, like I guess sort of like Time Crisis, that sort of thing. And there's like 3 different like games on here. It doesn't have the Die Hard Arcade, which I really enjoyed back in the day when I played it anyway, and that's a shame. But yeah, still pretty good, like collecting games. ISS Pro Evolution 2. Really big fan of ISS and Pro Evolution Soccer back in the PS1 and PS2 days. I sort of fell in love with the series after PES 2008, which is an absolute abomination of a game, and I sort of switched to sort of FIFA for a little while after that. But yeah, this one still holds up really well. Like the sort of basic sort of gameplay that you see in Pro Evo today is pretty much intact here. I mean, there's like been loads of tweaks with like each game iteration since this one, but yeah, it's still really good. Still really good fun. Resident Evil. But yeah, what can you say about this game? It's one of those sort of genre-defining games of the PS1 era, of which there were many. And I never did finish this, but I got fairly far. I think I got to the, I think it's like the sort of shed area where you go into the lab and you drain the water to take out the sharks and stuff, and then you go back to like the sort of shadow area where there's like spiders and other stuff like that. And I think I died, and like my last save was like way far back, and I think I just gave up at that point. But yeah, it's a classic game. I mean, I prefer the Resident Evil games now, like 4 to 5, and I did actually get 6 just today. Funny enough, the folks of using Shopty done that. But yeah, classic game. Next we have Shadow Man. I've not actually played this one yet. I know there's a sequel on the PS2 called Shadow Man Second Coming. I don't have that either, but something I'm sort of looking to get at some point. Oh my god, the graphics look terrible on that. But yeah, I hear something of a cult classic, but so yeah, I'll give that a go at some point. Next we have the Raiden Project, or Raiden Project, whatever you prefer. And this is like a vertical shoot 'em up, or smup if you prefer. And yeah, it's a pretty entertaining game. Unfortunately, I don't have the out casing for this one, but yeah, I don't know what happened to that, but yeah, I still have the instructions and the game disc itself. So yeah, it's a pretty fun game for you know, like 10-15 minutes of like gameplay now and again. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Next we have Medal of Honor. I never actually played this one, but I did play Underground way back, and I really enjoyed that one. So I thought I'd give the original a go. I absolutely loved Frontline on the PS2 as well. So yeah, I hope this should be good. And then we have Brian Lara Cricket, which is something of a cult classic. Like, it's not the greatest game in the world, but yeah, at the time it was like a good laugh to play for a bit with like friends and stuff. But yeah. Okay, and that's it for part 1.